this is Pixx the Husky, but tonight I'm going by Kalani the Dutch Angel Dragon. So I got a brand new fursuit, which it's a couple months old. I got it in June, but it's brand new to you guys because this is a brand new fursuit review. Yay! So I thought I would take the time to do a fursuit review for an amazing maker that I commissioned back in March. Goes by the name of Monstercat Creations, who is run by Michelle Hughes, who's also known as Voodoo the Dutch Angel Dragon. She's also an archangel in the Dutch Angel Dragon community as well. So I'll kind of get into that in just a minute. But I wanted to review my Monstercat fursuit because she did a phenomenal job in making my Dutch Angel Dragon come to life. Once again, I commissioned a partial from her, so not a full suit just yet. I wanted to do a partial because I'm not quite ready to commit to a full suit because it's a lot of heat and I just kind of want to feel it out, and I enjoy partial suiting because I feel like it's more anthropomorphic, if you will, but I do plan on adding a bodysuit to both Pixx and Kalani at some point. I just don't know who's going to be first. So once I get there, I'll let you guys know once I've made that decision. Anyway, so backstory. For those of you that are not familiar with what a Dutch Angel Dragon is, a Dutch Angel Dragon is a species that was actually created by Eno, who's also known as Telephone in the fandom. She's a very well-known fur. She's a wonderful performer. She does a phenomenal job with her character, and she does a great job bringing Telephone to life. I actually had the privilege of meeting and talking with her at Anthrocon. Wonderful human being, very sweet. So if you end up watching this, Eno, you're very sweet and awesome, so keep doing what you do. Anyway, so Dutch Angel Dragons started from Eno. She was the original Dutch Angel Dragon. She kind of has set forth the standards of what a Dutch Angel Dragon should be. And there's a whole list of them. There is a website for the Dutch Angel Dragons. Off the top of my head, I cannot remember it. So if someone remembers it, please comment below. I really appreciate it. Anywho, so Dutch Angel Dragons have very specific guidelines on how they're supposed to look based on how Eno has designed the species. And before you can have your suit made or before you can have anything commissioned of your Dutch, you have to get everything approved. Now, as I said earlier, my maker is an archangel. So therefore, she has the power and she can approve things and not approve them based on Dutch Angel Dragon standards. So I went to her back in March. She had a couple of spots for Anthrocon Commissions. And Anthrocon is one of the largest furry conventions in the world that takes place in Pittsburgh every year around 4th of July. So I went to her and I said, Michelle, I'd like to commission you for a Dutch Angel Dragon. I'd like her to be artistic liberty. I have colors in mind and I have a backstory. What can you do for me? So I went to her and said, Kalani is lavender and light blue. Kalani does have a backstory. Get the tissues ready. It's a little bit of a tearjerker. Back last year, I suffered the loss of two grandparents. My grandmother in September and my grandfather in December. When my grandmother passed away in September, my grandfather moved in with us. It was a very hard transition for him because he literally went from living with his best friend to moving in with us, and his life was turned upside down. Ours was turned upside down. There were days he would sit downstairs and cry and be so sad because he missed her so much. However, I had just started to become part of the furry fandom, and I would do little things like wearing a tail out in public. That tail, in such a time of sadness for him, brought him so much joy. When he passed away unexpectedly in December, I decided I'm going to make a Sona for him. And thus, that's how Kalani was born. Kalani to me is like a guardian angel. She's like an angel that was sent from heaven in memory of my grandfather. So Kalani is in memory of him. And her name is actually Hawaiian, and it actually means the heavens in Hawaiian. So I feel like she was brought to me from him, and she's very near and dear to me, and I'm so sorry I'm getting teary-eyed, but anyway, I went to Michelle and I told her the story. I said, this is what I want, what can you do? She drew up a ref sheet, and Kalani was perfect. She's exactly the way I envisioned her, and I said, great, perfect, let's do it. So I paid in full for the suit. My suit was about $1,400 for the Dutch. that included my feet, hand paws, the tail, the head, and arm sleeves, and wings. So I included everything. I said, let's do it. So Michelle started working on her, and I got to watch. And the good thing about Monstercat, and a lot of other makers and artists have started doing this, is I was able to watch the live feed of my suit being made on picardo.tv. It's a great streaming site that a lot of artists are using to stream their work. So some makers, I know SkyPro does it as well, they'll show a live feed of what they're doing in the shop. It was actually really fascinating to see how a fursuit is made, and I kind of got a sneak peek of what Kalani looked like before she was done, which I was super excited about. Thus forth, Kalani's construction started around April or May, and then by about June, a couple weeks before Anthrocon, she was darn near complete, and I picked her up at Anthrocon. So the day I picked her up, I was in tears. She came out absolutely beautiful. Like, more beautiful than I'd ever thought. And it was a dream come true. And I cannot thank Michelle enough for making my dream come true of bringing my Dutch to life. So, I'm going to give a review on the fursuit now. That's why you guys are here. Let's start with first things first. First thing I'm going to start with are my wings. So these are my wings. They're actually on a backpack, which is super convenient. Super nice, and it's furred in the front. It's all fuzzy. I really like it. I had the option of having them pinned on my shirt or having a backpack, and I thought, you know, the backpack's useful. Let's do it. So these are my wings. Pretty awesome. So that's one really good thing I like about it. My wings are probably one of my favorite parts. The second thing we're going to look at is the tail. You're seeing it right. This is my tail. It is a floor dragging tail. It's a little dirty. I do apologize. I haven't cleaned it. I went to a con and it hasn't been cleaned. It's awesome. These are probably like the strongest I've seen. And they hold pretty well considering the weight of it. And it's actually really nicely constructed. There's really nice fur. I like the tail a lot. It's done incredibly well. Like, the detail is just insane on this tail. It's awesome. It also doubles as a really nice pillow, I've found. The next part that I got with my partial, and these are like way different than my lemon brat suit. The lemon brat suit was a pre-made suit, so it was made to fit just about anybody. This partial fits just me. And I like it because it fits like a glove. The next thing are my hand paws. Now these paws are a little different than the ones I got with pixx. Pixx's paws fit a little bigger. These fit more true to my hand, and they're puffy. They're really awesome. There's a lot of room in them. I really like them. They're like big mittens. They're puffy paws. They came out super cute, and they're lined a bit on the sides. So there's this blue lining, which is really nice. And they're very nicely stitched. They came out beautifully. Those are my hands. And they're a 4-finger, just like pixx's. There's only 4 fingers to them. So you put 2 fingers in 1 finger and you're done. The next part are the arm sleeves. These were made more true to size because, once again, this suit is custom for me. These are the sleeves. 2 bands instead of 1, which I like because it gives me more security with wearing the sleeves so they don't fall down. The only thing that I have to say is that this fur mats up really easy right along where it sits underneath my arm. So I have to really do a job of keeping it brushed out so it doesn't get matted and gross. And it's a little harder to do, but I guess I could probably fix it by wearing different Under Armour. I'd have to get long sleeves. I wear short sleeve now, so I could probably just fix that. So the last super important thing I'm going to talk about is the head. So everyone wants to see the head, so here's the head. Here she is. So the head came out super nice. It's like looking at a reflection. Anyway, so this is her head. Her jaw's a little more movable, even though my jaw doesn't really move. It opens nicely so I can fit my camelback in there. I don't have to struggle with it. The eyes are something different, to be honest. Because Kalani's eyes, I think, are buckram eyes, which if you don't know anything about buckram eyes, when light hits it just right, you're blind and you can't see anything. Or if it's super dark, you really can't see anything. And I had a heck of a time at Anthrocon Rave trying to navigate my way in my suit because I just could not see. And my vision in this one's a little different than in pixx. Pixx has just amazing peripheral vision. Kalani, I can see maybe that much. No, that's not a whole lot. But then again, it's just how her eyes sit. No flaw to the designer whatsoever. And the ventilation is phenomenal in this thing. Like, really great. And also she's lined on the inside. So I'll flip it over. And it's lined. You can't really see it very well. I'm terribly sorry about that. But the whole inside of the head is lined, which I really like. I still wear a balaclava over top anyway because I prefer to, but I just really like that it's lined. So I will put everything on but the tail for you guys so you can kind of see how everything goes, because the tail, if I'm sitting down, really is a pointless venture, to be honest with you. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in to another Fursuit review. If you like what you see, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will certainly take it into account. Or if you want to see something different, let me know. So I'm going to go put the head on now. Without a balaclava, I'm breaking the rules, whatever. There we go. Fix my ruffle. Now, some people tuck the ruff in. I prefer to keep it out. I honest to God think it's personal preference. And then the hand paws are different than pixx's because pixx is tucked in. Mine's smooth over to the top, so they just lay flat. And it covers that blue ruff so you can't see it. You shouldn't see it, but I really should have someone dressing me, but I'm by myself, so I'll have that luxury. Learn how to dress yourself without anybody. Big thing. Anyway. So we'll put the other hand paw on. Just like that. Ah! Cute Dutchie. So yes, this is my Monstercat Creations fursuit. It's... Ooh, weird ear. It's wonderful. It came out amazing. Michelle did a phenomenal job. And I have sparkle fur on my ears. Look at that. Look at that sparkle. How awesome is that? I specifically asked for sparkle fur. I wanted to give her some shine. Ooh, you can totally see the white. Continuity problem. Continuity problem. Oh no. Oh, I can't. See? This is why I can't dress myself. Anyway. So this was my Monstercat fursuit. Once again, incredibly pleased with how it came out. Incredibly pleased with the quality. Can't say enough about how wonderful it was. Michelle was a pleasure to work with. I will be commissioning her again, for sure, for something. I mean, I always have something new up my sleeve, so you never know. And this is a rare treat because Kalani technically doesn't talk. I broke the magic. Anyway, so if you're thinking of commissioning Monstercat Creations, do it. You won't be disappointed. Phenomenal work for what you pay. You truly do get what you pay for, and Michelle will do nothing but please. So please look up Monstercat Creations on Fur Affinity. Look them up online. I'm a terrible person, and I completely forget what her website is. I'm sure she'd be able to tell me if she could comment. But this was my review of my Monstercat fursuit. If you like what you see, like and comment below. Subscribe if you want, because I'll maybe put out more YouTube videos. But thank you guys so much for watching, and this is Pixx the Husky / Kalani the Dutch Angel Dragon signing off for now. And happy fursuiting! Goodbye!